Welcome back to North of the Broad. With me now is Dr. Patrick Nunan. He is a podiatrist with the largest podiatry practice in the state of South Carolina called Physicians Footcare. Dr. Nunan, good to have you with us on North of the Broad.
Good to be here. Thank you for the invitation.
So I'm interested to learn more about podiatry, first of all, the services that you all offer, and then we'll talk about the diversity in your physicians and the practice more specifically. So what is the practice of podiatry? What does that include?
Podiatry is a single specialty medical profession, much like dentistry. We have kind of a broad area that we treat. We treat from cradle to the grave, almost. And then we have different types of people within our practice do different specialties, but we cover everything from skin diseases to bone diseases, to orthopedic conditions, to biomechanical problems, surgical problems. Anything that you can think of in the foot and ankle, we can do. Fractures.
Right. That's what I was thinking, because you've got the bone, so that's kind of orthopedic, so you kind of cross over into some of the other specialties, actually.
Correct, yeah, and we have some with vascular disease, and we have some with dermatology. We usually don't think of it, though, as competing.
Yes.
We usually do it in conjunction with.
Okay, very good.
In most of our offices, we have people in other specialties that we often work with in a team approach.
Now, you have 14 offices throughout South Carolina. And how many physicians, how many podiatrists?
20 podiatrists.
Talk about the diversity of your physician group.
Well, we start about age 30 and go to about age 73.
Okay.
We have from about 4 or 5 of the different schools, colleges. A lot of our podiatrists have all trained in other places. There's no residencies in South Carolina, but in other states. We have equal amount across many ethnic backgrounds, male, female. But the nice thing, I think, the important thing that I find with it is we can rely on each other. Everybody has their different areas they like more than others.
Right.
So we have a communication access to the internet where we can take stuff, cases, pictures, submit them to one of our partners and say, hey, what do you think?
Yeah. So you really work as a team.
Correct. So you can get a consultation from 19 other doctors within an hour.
Right. Your headquarters, main office is in Columbia, but you're throughout South Carolina. And
Yes,
you were speaking earlier about the founder, Dr. Ray, Kevin Ray, and how he wants to keep the practice he wants to treat patients in South Carolina.
Right.
Because that is what he cares about.
Oh, yes, because the big move is multi-specialty groups or single specialty groups that are huge.
Yes.
And most of the ones in podiatry are multiple states.
I see.
We were offered to go into Georgia, and Dr. Ray turned it down. He only wants to do any expansion right now in South Carolina. He's a native, wants to stay here, wants to take care of the citizens of South Carolina.
And we talked earlier about what makes you all unique in some of the technology with MRI and this mobile CT. So share with our viewers about that.
Well, about 5 of our...
And we talked earlier about what makes you all unique. Our viewers about that.
Well, about 5 of our...
And we talked earlier about what makes you all unique. Our viewers about that.
Well, about 5 of our...
And we talked earlier about what makes you all unique.
Now they're thinking about, how am I going to use this nest egg to live the rest of my life? Am I going to work? How long am I going to work? Am I going to retire? When is that going to be? So that's the kind of thing that people need to come armed with. Like, what are my dreams? Where do I want to spend my life? How do I want to spend my money? How do I want to leave money to my kids? Do I want to spend it all and give it away? Things like that. So we want to understand your goals.
Well, and you know what's interesting is I'm really curious, and I can't wait to have you back on again, because I think the more we know, the more we know. One of the things I think will be interesting is if you come back on again, I'd love to talk about specifics that you do. And with the changing market, what are some things that might be helpful for us to feel more confident? I really appreciate you joining us, and it's great to see you again.
Thanks.
Stay with us. There's more to come on Girl Talk.
Clear.
What would be helpful? See you again.
Thanks.
Stay with us. There's more to come on Girl Talk.
And clear.
What would be helpful? See you again.
And clear.
What would be helpful? See you again.
And clear.
What would be helpful? See you again.
And clear.
What would be helpful? See you again.
And clear.
What would be helpful? What would be helpful? What would be helpful?